Madam Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, fellow members and guests. My name is Sue Paananen, and today I'll be giving speech number 6 with the theme of vocal variety. And the focus will be on the volume, pitch, rate, and quality of my voice. Also, making sure that I can be easily heard and have expression in my voice. The title of my speech today is Fear Facers. On the outside, I may seem like a meek, gentle, soft-spoken, petite woman. But bring me to an amusement park, and da-da-da-da, I am a fear facer. I love to ride any roller coaster as high, as fast as it can be. Bring me to any roller coaster and I'll try them all with my arms up high and a smile on my face instead of a scream. But it wasn't always this way. Back one day, many years ago, I took my children to an amusement park. And at the time I had a 7-year-old who was tall enough to ride the thrill rides, but was afraid of them. So we started out the day, she and I sitting on the benches by the exits of all the thrill rides while her older brother and sister went on all of them again and again and again. We sat at the exits for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and it was getting kind of tiresome sitting at the exits. So at one time I turned to her and said, "Why don't we face our fears today? Why don't we try all the thrill rides just once? It can't be too bad. Look at all the kids coming off of it, running on it again and again and again, shouting and laughing. It can't be too bad. Let's just try it." So she was hesitant, but she was only 7 years old, so she wanted to stay with me as I proceeded to enter the nearest line for the closest thrill ride. As we got closer and closer to the front of the line, her eyes got bigger and bigger, and her fear got greater. And I tried to assure her that it would be fine, that she could see all the kids running off of the rides, having the time of their life. Little did she know that I was just as afraid as she was. I'd had some experiences as a child on roller coasters that I never wanted to repeat, that bumping my head around, and I didn't enjoy it, and I was not a roller coaster person. So I was facing my own fear while I was encouraging her to face her fear, so we wouldn't be sitting on benches all day. Pretty soon, they had us strapped in, and there was no turning back. She had her hands held tight on the bar, and I was holding on tight with her as the ride shot off in front of us. Her hands were gripping so tight that I could see the whites of her knuckles, and halfway through the ride she started complaining that her hands were cramping up. She was holding on so tight. But it only took a couple minutes, and the ride was over. We took a deep breath, and I turned and looked at her and said, "How was it?" And she gave me a smile and said, "Let's do it again." So we did it again, and by the end of the day, we had reached our goal, and we had ridden every thrill ride in the park at least once. And that experience of that day turned into quite an adventure over the next several years, where we took many of our vacations across the country to other amusement parks, particularly seeking out the ones that had the highest rides, the fastest rides, the loopiest rides, and we went to no less than 13 different amusement parks across the country, getting all the record-breaking coasters under our belt and becoming real gurus at the roller coasters. So I'd like to share some things that, even with all the t-shirts we have, we ride them so much we even have special coaster gear, pants with zippers and velcros so that cards and money won't fall out. So we go on them so often we had to get special gear for it. And I have some fun pictures of having fun times on the wildest coasters around. So facing our fear that day brought so much fun time to our family, for the years following that, that I can't say enough about how rewarding it is to face your fears. So I want to leave you with the message that if you have a fear that you're facing, that you're hesitant to move forward on, think of the years ahead that you could have, the fun and enjoyment of having faced that fear compared to the imagery of sitting on a bench in the hot sun for the next few years as far as that fear is concerned. Whether the fear is as simple as trying a new food, or perhaps public speaking, or even starting a business of your own. That's a big one. I still encourage you to face your fears, and it's never as difficult on the other side of the fear as it seems going into it. Thank you.